Hi everyone. It's been a little while since I did a book review, but I've been very excited to make this particular book review. As you can see, I have right in front of me the man himself. I know you know who that guy is on the cover of this book. Total Recall, my unbelievably true life story. The life story of none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, I'm a huge fan of his. I always have been. I grew up on Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and one day I decided I had to borrow the book from the library. I had to read it, and I have to say, it did not disappoint. It is an amazing book to read from start to finish, and I really highly recommend this book to anyone. So why don't we just get right into it? This is the cover. I'm a huge fan of the title, Total Recall, which is one of his most famous movies. Very clever. And then My Unbelievably True Life Story. Let's just flip it over for a second. You'll get a look at the back. Awesome picture of the Terminator. Arnold as the Terminator. And then let's just take a quick look on the inside. Got this really nice picture of Arnold in this black and white right here with a background somewhere in either Venice Beach or Los Angeles, something like that. Um, let's go to the next page. Got this little picture of Arnold right there. And like I said, excellent book. Really, from start to finish, excellent book. And I highly recommend it. So much information. Now here's something I really liked. Not only are the chapters numbered, but all of the chapters have a title. They all have a name. So you got the first one starting with Out of Austria, Building a Body, Confessions of a Tank Driver. You got Pumping Iron. Again, my favorite chapter, The Terminator. Tells how he landed the role of the Terminator, meeting James Cameron for the first time. And so the book does focus heavily on his movie career, which I feel was the most enjoyable part of the book to read. I wasn't really a fan of the political chapters. As you can see here, he does talk about the politics. He was the governor of California for a period of time, apparently from 2003 to 2011. He was a two-term governor. So this political proposition, Total Recall, which was actually the election. It was actually called a recall election, but he called it Total Recall. And then the governor. Interesting, but I didn't really like it as much. The most enjoyable part, like I said, oh, here's another picture of Arnold. Really nice black and white picture of him. Very nice. And then you have this first chapter, Out of Austria. Has these really nice, as you can see, it's a very big book, but it's definitely worth reading. Very detailed, very extensive, really wonderful. And we can just get to some of the full color pictures. Over on this side, here you see young Arnold growing up in Austria. Some of the days when he first started to do some bodybuilding. So as I learned a lot about the bodybuilding world and other things that I didn't know about it from reading this book. Let's see if we can get to some of the other pictures here. And then he was Mr. Olympia multiple times in a row. And then we'll just go over a couple more pictures. As you can see, it's very extensive. Here's my favorite chapter, The Terminator. Talks about when he was first cast as the Terminator, how it was originally supposed to be O.J. Simpson, and he was supposed to play, and Arnold was supposed to play Kyle Reese, for those of you who are familiar. And then you got some of these nice full color pictures versus the black and white pictures. The more you read this book, the more you realize that he lived an unbelievably true life story. Really. Really, he did. But I'm a fan. I grew up on Arnold movies, and, I'm just a huge fan of everything that he did, and I'm glad that he resumed his career, his movie career, after, after returning from, becoming the governor. Here's a nice one right here with all the covers. He's one of the most famous guys in the world. I think being governor really propelled his fame even more. See if maybe I could get some of the movie-based pictures, possibly. Here's one on the set of End of Days, one of his later films. Not sure if you guys have seen it. Here's him on the set of another movie. Not really sure what that one is. But there's the Terminator, on the set of the Terminator. And overall, excellent book. I highly recommend it. And maybe you guys can let me know what you think. Maybe read this book, let me know what you think, and let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to let me know any suggestions. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.